Hey everybody, this is Pastor Dan, and this is 1 Minute with Our Redeemer for the week of February 27th. This coming Sunday is Transfiguration Sunday. It's the final Sunday before we head into the season of Lent, and of course, working our way towards Holy Week and Easter. That'll be 6 weeks down the road for us. An exciting time of transition, a festival day for us, and this coming Sunday we also will have the opportunity to celebrate the leadership and the many gifts of our women in the congregation through Bold Women Sunday. And among the gifts that we'll have is our campus minister, Pastor Donna Kraus, will be preaching for the day too. And so very much looking forward to that at both 8 and 10:30 in the morning, and always, of course, available online at our 10:30 service time as well. Our congregation council met last Sunday and put into place a mask optional protocol moving forward for all activities, including worship. And so we'd welcome you to, if you feel comfortable gathering for worship without a mask, you're welcome to do so. If you would still prefer to wear a mask, you're welcome to do so. And we'll kind of continue to model and watch for the trends here in our community. But the council felt comfortable with where we're at and where trends were heading in terms of the coronavirus here in Pitt County. And so we're excited and cautiously optimistic at hopefully this will be a new trend for us. It's hard to imagine that it's almost 2 years since we've kind of been in this new format of life and worship, and so many thanks for the leadership and moving us forward to hopefully gathering together and maybe restoring a sense of normalcy. For the time being, though, we will still continue to have social distance in our sanctuary, and so the pews will still be marked off to just allow for extra space for folks as they gather for worship. Speaking of trying to get back to normal, typically on the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday, we've had a Shrove Tuesday pancake dinner. Frankly, there's just kind of coming up on it. We didn't have enough time to kind of know if we were going to be able to do in-person things or not, and so we're going to propose a new thing this year called DropIn for Donuts on Tuesday night at 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. We'll have donuts here available for folks, and coffee and hot chocolate, and just a time for people to hopefully get together and say hello. Stick around for as long as you like. But then especially at 6:45, we're going to gather outside for our traditional burning of the palms service that help to create some ashes for us for Ash Wednesday. Speaking of Ash Wednesday, we've got a 12:15 and 7 o'clock service. Our 7 o'clock service will also be available online. And for those that may be at home or planning on doing worship from home that day, we have once again prepared individual packets of ashes that we would invite you to come by to the church and to pick those up. And you can use those at home for the service on the Wednesday. Where they're at is right outside the office doors on that table with the welcome sign and a little white bowl. And so you can come by and you can pick those up and have those available to you for Ash Wednesday. So as we get ready to head into the season of Lent, it's usually a season in which folks either give up things or take things on. And so I hope for you that you'll consider doing that as well. And maybe for those of you that haven't physically been here, especially in the midst of the pandemic, and as we're trying to come out of that now here in this time, I hope you'll consider about maybe more intentionally getting re-engaged with your faith community. I know for certain I'd love to see you, and I know many of the folks that gather here for worship would love to reconnect with one another as well. And so prayerful for that and prayerful for all the ways in which God continues to work through you and through your life, not only here at Our Redeemer, but throughout our community. Also, just want to say a brief word of just prayer and concern for the people of Ukraine. Obviously, unsettling times over the last few days as we've seen things unfold across the news, and just prayerful for those folks. We'll be paying attention through Lutheran World Federation and other organizations about ways that we might be able to offer our support to those that are significantly affected by the violence and the war that has been unleashed in the last couple days. And so we, continue to turn our attention to the gifts of Christ and for his message of peace and his message of hope, especially when days seem to be disturbing and to be dark, we look for the light of the world that we know through Christ to guide us and to comfort us. And so we especially pray for that for the people of Ukraine and for all of those who are affected by upheaval and violence and war. And so on that note, I hope you have a good weekend and a good upcoming Lenten season. Look forward to seeing you again next week, and thanks for enduring with me for way more than 1 minute with Our Redeemer.